Rick Gotkin and Mercyhurst men's ice hockey, two Laker staples that have seen plenty of big moments, major milestones, and more. Now, another feather in the cap of a Laker legend, 600 wins.
First thing I want to talk about is just when you think about the 600 wins, what immediately comes to your mind?
Honestly, just for me, just being in a great place for a long time, right? It wasn't like the 600 wins came after like 3 years. I think I'm going into my 36th year, I've been at Mercyhurst pretty much my whole professional career, and, it's been great. And those wins really it's just a byproduct of what really has been, great players, great student athletes, great assistant coaches, great support people. And you go through athletic trainers, equipment people, athletic directors, college presidents, vice presidents. One person doesn't get 600 wins in anything. So that's a group effort.
Coach Gotkin's reach at Mercyhurst has gone past that of the ice rink, as you'll find him anywhere. To the library, to the grotto, to the Mac, to Ward, Coach Gotkin's love for Mercyhurst knows no bounds.
I got to know Rick a long time ago when I was a player, back in the 90s and early 2000s, and he had such a great reputation and just a bubbly personality, and he was a really good coach when I was a player. And when the opportunity came to Mercyhurst, he's just so outgoing and so warm that he made you feel like home right away. And I really didn't have any idea how long I'd be at Mercyhurst for, or how long I'd be in Erie for, but he made you feel at home right away, and he gives his workers and under his program so much flexibility and so much freedom, and just you feel engaged every day you come to work.
One of the things that I've heard a lot of people talk about with him is just his passion, not only for the sport, but for Mercyhurst and his players. How have you seen that help to grow the program in Mercyhurst as a whole?
As a young coach, or just beginning my tenure, I had a very certain belief system in what I thought student athletes should be like, and a college experience should be like, and I had blinders on based on my student athlete experience. I was very narrow focused. Coming to Mercyhurst and just coaching under Rick, the greatest thing that he's ever taught me is that the experience of the player definitely exceeds wins and losses. And everybody's experience at Mercyhurst, whether it's your top player or the player that struggles to get in the lineup, their experience here has to be the same. And he wants them years from now to be proud Mercyhurst graduates. And not everyone has the opportunity to play at the highest level in their sport, but they definitely have to make an impact when they're on campus. And once I understood that's his philosophy of coaching and his philosophy of life, it really makes the day-to-day a lot easier, understanding that, yeah, he's very passionate about winning, and very passionate about trying to win championships and growing. And that's our focus every day when we put the lineup together on weekends and preparing for opponents. So I understand that's certainly his focus, but he does understand that these kids, these players in our locker room have a lot going on in their lives, and he's very understanding of that. They're not just in the military here for hockey and hockey only. They have to balance a lot, and that translates to leaving Mercyhurst and going to the real workforce, being able to balance home life and work life, and trying to chase different dreams. So he's very, very good about that, and he understands that there is a need for the team to be successful, and the program's bigger than the individual, but at the same time he understands that the individual is a very important cog of our team.
Consistency has been the key to success for many in their field, but Coach Gotkin knows if he wanted to be able to stay on top of the sport, he would need to adapt over the course of his 36 years.
Obviously, for someone like him that's been here for as long as he has been, you have to be able to change as time goes on, as the sport changes. How have you seen him be able to adapt to the way the sport has changed?
I think his willingness to really take into what some of the leadership group has to say, some of the captains. He really asked for us to bring a lot to the table, which is what every team should have. And yeah, he'll listen as well. and takes into consideration, what the players have to say quite a bit, and it kind of helps everybody be on the same page all year long, everybody pulling the same rope, and yeah, that works really well.
36 years is a long time, obviously, and winning a lot of hockey games throughout that journey. It just shows longevity and it shows consistency, and that's what Rick preaches every single day, is details and consistency every day you walk into the rink, and you see that with him every single day, and it definitely trickles down to the players and the rest of the staff.
Through everything Coach Gotkin has done, he's provided a lasting legacy at Mercyhurst and plenty of fond memories.
What has been your favorite memory of Coach Gotkin?
My favorite memory? Well, probably one of his speeches after my junior year. We were just going into playoffs, and we were getting really hot, like your team was playing super well, and he finished his speech with "Something is in the air, boys," and I think it just made everybody laugh, and it's kind of a thing that we've brought up from time to time. It was true, but it was just a good, memorable speech for me, so memorable, yep.
I was here when he won his 500th win, and just to see the alumni come back for him, and just the surprise in his face and the excitement, that was a really special moment in the locker room. The champagne in his office, and just that's a big round number, and to see him get close to 600 is just another level of the mountain that it's just a remarkable accomplishment. He's very humble when it talks about his length of his career, but 600 is an enormous number, and that shows about how he's able to stay at a program and be at a very successful program for a very, very long time, with a lot of moving parts that have left, come and gone, and he's still standing, and he's still doing a great job here.
We get back from, I think, spring break last year. Our season unfortunately ended a little bit early. But we get back, this is right around April, and I run into the rink. Rick's in here, very tan, he's looking good. Warm weather, so he's got the polo and shorts on. And I'm just catching up with him. I haven't seen him in about a week, and he was down in Tampa, Florida for the national championship, Frozen Four going on. A lot of the coaches meet, like the committee, they do big meetings and whatnot. And I said to Rick, I'm like, hey Rick, like you're looking good, like nice and tan, what'd you do on break? He goes, I had the best break ever. He goes, I got to go to Florida in the sun, and I got to watch high-level college hockey. And I mean, I got a good laugh out of it, and he's a joker, he's got stuff, but I know he was being dead serious too. Like this, he loves hockey. I mean, you have to do what he's done for 30 plus years and be in it as long as he has. But he always finds a way to enjoy it. There's never been a day where I've seen Rick Gotkin come into the rink and not have a smile on his face and not be picking other people up. He's just a mood booster, and it's stuff like that little story right there that makes it easy to play for him and root for him.
600 wins, a feat few dream of and even fewer achieve. Congratulations, Coach Gotkin, on number 600, and here's to many, many more.
When you think back on when you first got here, did you think that you were going to get to this sort of point?
Yeah, that's the really mind-boggling thing for me is, it feels like I started yesterday. It really has. I know we've come a long way as a program. Certainly, I've come a long way as a coach. But at the end of the day, it doesn't seem that long until I say 36 years. And when I say 36 years, I kind of stop for a second, and not a lot of people stay in the same job at the same place for 36 years. So I feel like I'm blessed. I obviously love Erie. My family loves Erie. My wife's from Erie. Our two adult children were born and raised in Erie, graduate from Mercyhurst University, and doing great things on their own. So yeah, it's been a terrific run.